Delegates and guests, please welcome U.S. Representative Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii.
Aloha, everybody. Aloha, California Democrats. It is so great to be here with all of you today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for the care and aloha that you have for each other and for our planet. Our nation was founded on the principle that our government should be of the people, by the people, and for the people. But that's not what we have today, is it? What we have today is, instead of a government of, by, and for the people, we have a government that is of, by, and for self-serving politicians and the rich and powerful. This must end. As your president, I will bring the spirit of service above self to the White House, putting people ahead of profits, putting the well-being and the interests of the American people above all else. As president, I'll crack down on big pharma and insurance companies who extort the sick, putting their profits above the health of our people. I'll work to pass Medicare for all and make sure that any American who is sick and in need of care gets the care that they need. As president, I'll reinstate the Glass-Steagall Act, break up the big banks on Wall Street, those big banks that gamble with our money and our future. I'll crack down on overreaching intelligence agencies, the big tech companies who take away our civil liberties in the name of national security and corporate greed. I'll break up those big tech monopolies and stand up and protect our constitutional right to privacy. I will end taxpayer subsidies to those big oil giants and fossil fuel corporations who pollute our air, our land, and our water. I'll tackle climate change by ushering in a green century, a century that harnesses technology and innovation to create jobs in renewable energy, revitalize our communities, and protect our environment. I'll fight for true criminal justice reform, get rid of private prisons, end the federal prohibition on marijuana and the failed war on drugs. I'll get rid of the cash bail system and enact true sentencing reform. As your president, I will lead with aloha, respect and care and love for all of our people, regardless of race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. Now, the most important job that a president has is to serve as commander-in-chief. I've served as a soldier for over 16 years. I've deployed twice to the Middle East. And in Congress, I've served for over 6 years on the Foreign Affairs and the Armed Services Committees. I know the importance of our national security, and I know the cost of war. I've seen it firsthand. And for far too long, warmongers from both political parties, neo-libs and neocons, have been dragging us from one regime change war to the next. Now these same warmongers are hyping up a new Cold War and a nuclear arms race which will inevitably result in nuclear catastrophe. A war that would destroy our country, our planet, and our future. As your president and commander-in-chief, I will end our long-standing foreign policy of carrying out these costly regime change wars that have taken far too many lives and that have undermined our national security. As your President and Commander-in-Chief, I will work to end this new Cold War and nuclear arms race and lead us away from a nuclear war that would destroy our world within mere minutes. I'll take the trillions of dollars that have been wasted and will be wasted on these programs and invest them in serving the needs of the American people. Quality health care for all, truly affordable housing, protecting our environment, rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure, improving education for all, and so much more. As President and Commander-in-Chief, I will build partnerships with other nations focused on our shared interests, with a foreign policy based not on conflict, but on cooperation. I'll have the courage, as Commander-in-Chief, I'll have the courage to meet with both adversaries and friends in the pursuit of peace and national security. Because if we do not exercise that courage, the only alternative is war. I will bring a soldier's principles to the White House, restoring the values of dignity, honor, and respect to the presidency. So I'm here today and I'm asking you to join me. Join me in the spirit of service before self and stand up against the forces of greed, corruption, and war. We know the war ahead will not be easy. The battles will be tough, the obstacles great. But I know that when we stand united, united by our love for our people, our planet, and our country, there is no obstacle that we cannot overcome. So join me as we stand united and bend the arc of history away from war and towards a bright future with peace, prosperity, opportunity, and justice for every single American. Thank you so much, everybody. Aloha. Thank you. Aloha.